Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Madden 24 franchise with the Lions, episode 23. Last time we found ourselves in the NFC Championship against the Cowboys, who we lost to. There were some misclicks, there were some issues. There was us accidentally going into the game on offense only, which probably had an impact. But we had other issues as well. And some of that has to do with our quarterback, some has to do with our play in general. And we may need to make some changes. But first, we are in free agency. Now, I talked at the end of last episode about changing team schemes. Well, I decided no. The base 4-3 defense with the Arizona playbook has been okay. However, I've been looking at the West Coast zone run, and I like it. But when I looked at playbooks, I found that Kyle Shanahan in the San Francisco 49ers playbook is a lot better built, I think, for the type of game we need to play. So the only change I have made to any of the scheme or the playbooks is the fact that because we already have an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator built for our schemes, it only makes sense to keep them. But I have changed the playbook to the San Francisco 49ers because I feel like it's a little bit better diverse than the Minnesota playbook. Now, it is free agency. What are our needs? Well, currently, we have no left outside linebacker. That is a big one. But quarterback. I want to try to trade our quarterback right now. Now, question is, what can we get for him? Well, it's time to find out, guys. This episode is all going to be about free agency and trying to get our team in the right position for the draft. This episode may be a little choppy. I apologize for that, but let's start off talking about a quarterback. So just to see what kind of trade offers we'd get for a 25-year-old Justin Fields who's in the last year's contract, we have things like Herbert, don't need, Carlton Davis, 27, not really worth it. BJ Ojulari, we need a left outside linebacker. He is 3 years younger. He is 5 less overall. He is still startup. But what's interesting here is a third-round pick and a 7th. As we look at the rest, an older DeForest Buckner, not really worth it. Clark Phillips is an interesting one with a second round. A Rasul Douglas, who's older but also a second round next year, though. Dante Jackson, Jonathan Jones, a lot of older players here. Another one that interests me is Steve Avila, but I feel like this may not be as great. Second round pick next year. Paulson Adebo is an interesting one. It is a second round 2 years from now, which is kind of tough. Dante Jackson is a great 85 overall, 28 wide receiver, awesome, but we aren't looking short term, we're looking long term. 29-year-old, 32-year-old. There's some decent options. But I think overall, if I was going to make this trade, I think BJ Ojulari would be it. I think I'm going to counter offer and see if we can't maybe sneak up and take their second. Okay, it's just outside of value, which is interesting. Can we give them... Oh, we have a lot of 6th and 7th. Let's see if they'll take a 7th. No, let's try one of the 6. Let's just try 174. No, it's not. So, okay, let's see. I'm okay with the 3rd. Let's see if they'll also throw in a 4th this year. No. What was it, a 3rd and a 7th? Let's see if their last 5th round pick. Oh, okay, that's close. So, okay. Maybe a 4th next year. No, maybe a 5th next year. I kind of just want to find a sweet spot. All right, we're done. So we're trading Justin Fields. He's in his last year's contract. I really don't want to pay him. And I kind of have a weird idea I want to do. But hey, a 3rd round and a 5th round and Ojulari is great. Also, Ojulari immediately fixes the left outside linebacker slot for us. And, that right away makes a big difference. Now, that means we only have one QB on the roster, but that's right because it's time to actually look at the free agents. When it comes down to it, I am looking for people who are interested and age. So if we go interest overall, John Johnson III, 28 years old, no. Taki, no. I want below 20, 27 and below. I really don't want to. No, we don't need another running back. Seems like most of the people interested in us are either running backs or older players. McCole Hardman is an interesting one. He fits our scheme. I mean, is wide receiver that big of an issue for our team? I mean, 96 speed, 92 agility, 96 accel, 78 awareness. I mean, he has no teams interested in him, which is interesting. He's only 26. He's 81. And yeah, we have Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, but after that, it drops off significantly. So maybe we go in with a 4-year deal and $5 million, 4.2. It's not a strong offer, but he has no interests in him. This is a Amari Cooper. Don't read into that. But yeah, if we go back down to, he had one team. That's us. Really, that is it. Donovan Peoples-Jones is another one that is interesting. My thing is he's significantly slower, less agile, excels less. He has slightly more awareness, slightly better ball carrier, but I don't think he's exactly what I need. Not to mention he doesn't really fit us as well, and I don't think he's really worth the money. We have a kicker. Man, there is really not much here. Kenneth Murray, 87 speed, 90 excel. This is an interesting one because he's a scheme fit. He doesn't like the fact no income tax, close to home. I get that. 3 teams aren't interested though, so you might have to pay him a penny, and I don't know about that. Watkins, nobody's interested in him. Do we want another wide receiver? He's quick though. I mean, this could be more of a return man signing. And with no team interested, again, 4-year deal. I'll just offer that money. Why not? That gives us a 4th option. And let's see what QBs are in this. Oh, nobody. Nobody's even remotely in that category for us. So, yeah, we have money to play with, but at the end of the day, I don't know if there's really anybody here I'd like enough to sign, and that is a major issue. We already have 2 wide receivers. Murray has 3 people interested in him. He's someone I might, but our linebacker spot is decently strong, and I think in the draft I'd rather just take the chance. Yeah, because we have... Well, here's the interesting thing. This punter, Brandon Mann, is 26, higher overall than Jack Fox. But, I mean, we have a kicker and a punter. I mean, there's nothing really there. Mekhi Becton has no interest in us, and don't know if I really want to pay for someone, but the tough thing is he's young, but we technically maybe can kick him out to left tackle. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this free agency is kind of weak, and I don't think there's many people that want to come here, and not many people I'd really want to sign. And so ultimately, I think we are just going to go to our, 2 targets and, just eval offers. Okay, so Quez Watkins, the kind of return man-esque person that I wanted, is our first signing. Now, will McCole Hardman? Yes, he will. Okay, we got both the players we're after. Yeah, we have $34 million to play with, but I don't think there's anybody there I really want to sign. I think I'd rather trust our draft class and really just kind of draft and see who we can get. Now, obviously, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we're going to just advance the weeks. But I really want to fill out our depth through the draft and scouting, private workouts. Now, we do need a starting QB. Now, when I look at the QB part, there is a couple that interest me. But because of our high position in the NFC, we're going to be probably pick, 28, maybe 29. Trying to trade up to a top 5 spot may be tough. Now, I have a few of these liked, and I may just want to try to find out a little bit more about them. Where was the one that I thought looked interesting? I don't think... I think this was Lewis Wilkins. So I'm going to select him. It's not going to be a big increase on what I don't know about him. But, yeah, we will see. Caleb Peak's another one I'm really thinking about just because he is a round 2 talent. And we could probably just snatch him in the 3rd. Jason Howard, let's also select him. And then I also want to make sure we try to get at least a, another decent left outside linebacker. So let's go here and see if there isn't one that looks, well, that round to 2 to 3 one looks, it could be good. Antonio Hudson. Okay, great speed, decent jumping, great change of direction, elite acceleration. Yeah, let's do that. And then I think... Oh, did it wipe out my 2 QB ones? It did. Yeah, I'll do Jason Howard, and I will go back down and do Wilkins. And we will just confirm this. Let those go through. And when it comes to the actual draft, I will go through and we will highlight interesting players. But now, let's advance to the draft. So we're going to actually look at the people I have marked as favorites currently and why I kind of am thinking about it. Now, Ben Randolph, improviser type, quarterback, probably not going to be there. Beautiful spiral, stands tall in the pocket, does well to avoid sacks, play well within and outside the pocket, faster over the top style. 6'3", 225, 23 years old. Yeah, he's, Interesting thing is he's not quick, all right? But he has great throw power and everything. And while this isn't my normal type of QB I would take, the fact is his stats look great. Can break sack, play action under pressure. He's probably going to be a top 5 player for a reason. But he's probably not going to fall there. Another one, Wade York. Again, if we take a look at him, beautiful spiral, gets rid of the ball first side of pressure, does well to avoid sack by throwing the ball away, plays well within and outside the pocket, lightning quick release, almost ignores lower half, 6'5", 235. He is a scrambler type, but he's not much faster than the other guys, so it's interesting. He has a better kind of agility, better move around on the feet kind of QB. But again, good break sack, good short accuracy, be deep is pretty great. I mean, see awareness is kind of rough, but again, could be someone. But talking about people who are actually within our range of realistic grabs. Round 1, Jason Howard. Beautiful spiral. Stands tall, does well to avoid sacks. Plays within and outside slow. Elongated throwing motion is the one problem I have with him. He did not do the NFL Combine, but he was part of the Pro Day. Little bit quicker, 4.7. But overall, he's just kind of mid. What's interesting is he's the 9th fastest QB, which makes me think some of these other guys down the board. Now, Caleb Peak is one we know is around 2 to 3 talent. And I think I just added him as favorite. Beautiful spiral, stands tall, does well to avoid sacks, plays well inside and outside the structure. Fast, flick the wrist throwing motion, 6 foot only, 22, 220 scrambler from Boise State. He ran a 4.63, so okay, it's all right. But I mean, good vertical, good broad jump, good 3-cone drill. I mean, he looks like he'll be agile. But when we look at him, A under pressure, A short, B medium, B deep, A juke, A break sack, B throw on the run, A spin move. Like, if he has to make moves, he can make moves. F stamina is kind of concerning, and C awareness is kind of a problem. But here's a guy we could probably get and can try to make our quarterback. There are some down the board, day 3 stuff that I have that look interesting. So Marcus Trapp, 6'4", 234, 23, a lot of 3s and 4s in there. Beautiful spiral, pressure doesn't phase him because he's oblivious. Yeah. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away, plays well within and outside the pocket, lightning quick release, almost ignores lower half. Awesome. Physicals. He gets slower than the rest of the group, not as agile. And there's a lot of Bs. I mean, I think he could be better. He might just be one of those big guys who can try to, like, break out. But, yeah, I don't know about him. Lewis Wilkins, another improviser, 6'3", 221, 22 years old from Florida. Beautiful spiral. Gets happy feet, feels non-existent pressure. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Plays well within and outside the pocket. Quick, compact, throwing motion. Awesome. 4.69, 8th fastest, 9th fastest. You know, not as agile as the other bunch, but about as fast. A trucking, A under pressure, B throw on the run, B short, C mediums, but B deep, B play action. And if his awareness is a B, that's okay, but C's kind of matching the rest. High A, B injury is interesting. A lot of interesting things there. But is he the answer? No. Bernie Dixon is someone who's kind of unfortunately gone to the other side of it, and I might remove him. He's a scrambler, 6'2", 215, 22. Beautiful spiral, gets happy feet. Does well to avoid sack, throwing the ball away, loves to play, fast over the top style motion. He's fast. 4.51. That's what he is. Now, the question is, D awareness, C throw on the run. He's fast, but you can't throw on the one. And while I like a quarterback with movement, this is exactly the problem. So I'm actually going to remove him from favorites, but I thought I'd talk about him because if you were wondering who the fastest QB of the draft was, we saw him. Zachary Barnett, scrambler out of Alcorn State, 6'2", 205, 21. Beautiful spiral, gets rid of the ball first time pressure, does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away, loves to run and play outside the structure, but he has a standard over the top style motion. He is pretty quick, 4.61, 4.68. But he is one of those guys who, elite jumping, everything else. Now, how's his throwing? Yeah, F awareness, D deep, D medium, possibly has maybe B or C short. He's down the board for the reason. Another one I'm removing. Nate Barnett. Now, strong arm, 6'4", 228, 22 out of Tulsa. Beautiful spiral. Could use improvement recognizing pressure. Does well to avoid sacks. Plays well with and outside the pocket. Quick compact throwing motion. Slow. Like, he's going to be kind of slow. But the thing is, he has a throw on the run. So while he's slow, if he does move, he at least can still throw the ball well. He's someone I don't think is my type of QB. But the thing is, it's like that A throw on the run does interest me. And, he's an undrafted free agent. We'll see kind of what falls to him. William Dillion. Now, this guy originally could possibly be interesting just because of 23, 6'4", 211, West Kentucky. Beautiful spiral, stands tall, does well to avoid sacks. Plays well within outside pocket. Multi-angle quick motion. Again, slow. Again, kind of mediocre. He was interesting originally because his stats showed like a lot of A's through D, A through C, A through B, and then you see the C through F. And all of them ended up being the bottom level one. So I'm going to remove him. I don't think he's an answer. I think James Aiken was another. Okay. Scrambler, Sam Houston, out of Sam Houston, 6'3", 217, 24. Old. Beautiful spiral, gets with the ball first time pressure, does well avoiding sacks, loves to play and run outside of structure. Fast, nearly perfect compact motion. 6th fastest at the pro day, 8th fastest at the combine. He's kind of just good solid, you know. And other than short accuracy and under pressure, throwing the run's probably horrible. Again, another player. Oh, of course it reset. I don't know why it does this to me. But it does. Every once in a while it just resets. The last one, Brett Osborne, is someone I would love if he could surprise me. 23, only 5'11", 218 pounds, out of Kansas State. Beautiful spiral. Gets happy feet, non-existent pressure. Void sacks, loves to run, quick compact throwing motion. 4.57 at the pro day, 4.64 in third. Speedy. I mean, pretty solid throw power, decent strength, good speed, great jumping, decent change direction, good agility, great sell. B, short accuracy, C, throw on the run, C, awareness, B, break sack. Like, if it's thrown on the run is anywhere in the 70s plus, I might give him a shot. I'm leaving him there just in case I have an extra pick in the 7th round. It's like, I don't see anyone good. Maybe get another backup quarterback. Right. Moving to tight end, which is kind of the next big spot of where I marked a few people. Keyshawn Reed. He is interesting. Now, the first thing I'll say on the player notes will be concerning, but let's talk about him. Oklahoma State, 6'3", 242, 22 years old. Needs to work on simple concentration drops. Uh-oh. But exceptional body control, fights for every single inch, no issue climbing the ladder, avoids big hits, falling catches, sells creating yard. Literally great, except the concentration drops. 4.69, is his fastest time he ran at the pro day. Good vertical, great 3-cone drill, great 20-yard shuffle, and a deep route. Impact blocking's kind of and short routes kind of and trucking's B, catching traffic's B. I mean, he could be a good catcher, but that concentration drop thing is interesting. I don't know if I'd really spend my first round pick on him, to be honest. Mike Shields is the next one out of Oklahoma, 6'3", 236, 22. Again, simple concentration drops. He needs to work on them. But again, good body control, fights for every inch, no issue climbing the ladder, avoids big hits, excels, good discipline. Everything the other guy had. Faster, 4.47, 4.54 at the combine. Less great cone shuffle, or shuttle, I said shuffle. Worse broad jump, worse vertical jump. But B deep route, B medium, C short, C spectacular, C pass block. He seems a little bit more well-rounded. He's a little bit speedier, and I feel like more likely to hit on those slants. Going to the possession route kind of players here that fits our scheme. Chris Allen, again, simple concentration drops, but he also lacks discipline. So he immediately drops down the ladder for me. What's interesting about him, though, decent speed, good shuttle and cone drill, A catching, A medium route, and I feel like he could be a good receiver, but gets penalties, concentration drops. Again, a tight end, I don't know, but at the 3rd or 4th round may be worth taking a kind of a risk on. The next one I saw down here is a actually undrafted free agent possibility. I might, again, 7th round, 6th round if I see him. Concentration drops, every tight end seems to have it. I don't know why this year. He's 6'3", 275, 22 out of USC. Great body control, fights for every inch, no issues, avoids big hits, all the other good things every other tight end has. 4.64, 4.68. Okay, so not the fastest, but not the slowest. Good. I mean, he's kind of just middle of the pack for most of these stats. What interests me is he could be a free agent. He has A, catching traffic, B, catching, C, awareness, C, medium, C, spectacular. But my biggest thing is if his short is actually C, not F, because it says C to F, might be worth it. But I'm not too sure. But he is a free agent, so I'm not going to really worry about it. Looking at the rest, I really didn't see anybody. This Gary Pierce did interest me for a second, and I guess we'll talk about him. I don't have him listed. 21 out of Georgia, 6'3", 264. Again, simple concentration, but has all the other positives you want. He's slow, and he has good short route running, good catch in traffic. I feel like he could be very mid, with his slow speed. Just isn't really worth it, despite him having the possibility of being a good catcher. And yeah, that he is possession. But the other one I saw down here that was interesting, I think, was this Westerman from LSU. 6'4", 267, 22. Again, simple concentration drops, but everyone else, he has all the other positives. Slow again. And again, B catch traffic, B short route. I mean, just like the other guy. Maybe undrafted free agent if we need another tight end. But yeah, all these other guys are either great at blocking or are just too slow. Moving to our next big need, right guard. Our right guard's kind of poor. If I had a pick to spend, there's some interesting guards here. Now, James Colbert is at the top of the list for right now. Biggest issue, though, lacks discipline. I don't want more penalties. But great, 4.94. He's one of the fastest guards. Best punch is second. Broad jump. Physically, I think he's one of the best guards in here. A's, on the impact blocking lead block. But there's also other interesting people. Like right here, Spencer Rain. Shows good discipline. Has a motor. 6'2", 313, 23. Agile. Missouri. Not bad across the board. And A lead block, A awareness, C pass block, P pass block finesse. Spencer Wayne, I think, is someone who is almost as good as Colbert physically, has some of the more finesse stuff we need, and wouldn't cost a round or two pick. He's around 3 or 4. Now, one that really interests me is this Stephen Overby. Good discipline, runs to the whistle, cool. Notre Dame, 22 years old, 305, 6'2", slow. Okay. He's a guard. He doesn't need to be super quick. But A, pass block finesse, A, awareness, A, pass block power, B, run block. Yeah, C, run block finesse, but pass block's a B. He's someone who could just be good overall, and he's around 3 to 4. He's only 22 years old. I think the only one I had on here other than him, is Peter Carr. And Peter Carr is someone that it's almost like I have him here as if Overeem's missed on, because good discipline, runs the whistle, 6'5", 319, 23 out of Houston. A little bit faster, but a little bit more balanced on every other category. But A, impact blocking, A, lead block, A, injury, but D, run block power, and some of these other ones could be D's. He's really hit and miss. But yeah, this Overeem, Stephen Overeem, is one of the more interesting players I think I have on here. My biggest thing is I get from him that he's going to be normal dev, which is tough for a guard. I have a feeling Wayne and Colbert are going to be hidden dev, and I just know I'm going to take Overeem here, and he's going to be normal dev. I have that sneaking suspicion. Moving to our next topic, defensive tackle, guys. I know this is kind of a long episode. I'll make sure you guys are aware of that. Justin Hutchins. Again, first round pick. Or round 1 projected, but, do I want to spend my first round pick on him? 6'6", 300 pounds, 21 years old, USC. He's left-handed, which is interesting. Delivers bone-crushing hits, loves spin move, has swim arm move, utilize power and leverage, has motor, often looks to with ball, good discipline. He's everything you want. 4.85 both times. He's consistent. I mean, good strength, great strength technically. Great speed, solid jumping, solid change direction, great agility, great style. And then when you look at him, C power move, C pursuit, C hit power, A, play rec, A stam, B awareness, block shedding. This guy could be worth a first round pick. But there's some other interesting players down the board. Dominic Mackey, 6'4", 321, Florida State. Again, all the positives you look through, great. Decent speed. Well, okay, not decent. He has great speed. But I mean, he's 5th at the defensive tackle. So there's 4 more better than him. But, he's great. I mean, looking at him, great at cell, great agility, great change direction, solid jumping, great speed, solid strength. A, impact blocking. A, play rec. B, power moves. B, pursuit. A, stam. B, block shedding. B, awareness. C, finesse. C, tackle. Hit power, if it's a B, is fantastic. If it's C, okay. Injuries are concerned for me, though, because if his injuries a D, he might not be worth the round 1 or round 2 talent. Another one that did interest me we'll talk about Carlos Carroll here, is this Darius Page. And that's simply because 6'1", 308, 22 at Stanford, again, has everything you want. Slower, right? A tackle, A play rec, B power moves, B finesse moves, B impact blocking. Hit powers are A or B, but C's kind of everywhere else. Stamina, if he's a rotation player, great, but if he's a rotation player, is he really worth the round 1 or 2 talent? He's someone I'm interested in, not. One person I did skip over before we talk about Matthew Walker is Carlos Carroll, another round 1. I just don't think he was as good at initial looks. He has everything you want. 6'3", 296, 22 out of Georgia. Slower, but, that's right. Still good speed. A play rec, A power moves, A stab, B tackle, B pursuit, B finesse moves, B awareness, C block shedding, which is kind of a scary thing. I like A or B. C kind of throws me off. C or lower kind of is like, eh. Hit power, impact block, and C. Like, hit power, if that's a C, that's concerning to me, especially for the weight and how this guy's kind of built around power. So I kind of skipped over him. I'd rather take one of the other guys. Matthew Walker is someone I flipped on whether I wanted to remove or not because he lacks discipline. Everything else is great. He's 21 at Arizona State, 6'4", 295. He has great speed, great strength, solid jumping, great change direction, great agility, good as sell. I mean, look at it. Power moves, play rec are A. Hit powers A or B. Awareness, finesse, impact are B's. Tackle and block shedding are C, which is a concern for me. But he looks so solid within the discipline. It's like, come on, guys. Justice Culliver is another one that 6'3", 294, 23 at a San Diego State. Has everything you want. He's quick. He has great, look at him. Great agility, great to sell, elite in change direction, jumping, speed. Good strength, though. A awareness, A finesse moves, power moves, pursuit, impact, blocking, tackle. A, B, hit power, stam's great. D, injury is a concern. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of tossed around if I really like him. He looks so talented, but I also get that feel, that vibe. Like I said earlier with Overeem, he could just be a normal dev player. But as a rotation defensive tackle, in the second, third round, he might be worth it. Jose Hutton, 6'5", 305, 22 at Oregon State. He's a speed rusher, but he's 305 pounds. I mean, this guy probably could be amazing. When you look at him, he has everything you want. He's first in Pro Day, second in Combine. So he's elite speed, elite jumping, elite sell. Good strength, great change direction, good agility. But there is one issue. Can you see it? C block setting, C hit power. If stamina is a D, that's a bigger knock on me. If it's a C, I could be like, okay, I like to rotate the tackles anyways. I'm a Legion of Boom guy. I'm a Seattle guy. I like my rotation on the tackles. But if stamina is a D, it's like, is he really worth it? Maybe. But yeah, next up, Trey Barnett. He's someone who looked really good initially, and he has everything you want. 6'5", 298, 21, USC. First, second, speed, flipping with the other guy. Block shedding's a C, stamina's an F. But every other stat looks amazing. If his injury is a B, his hit power is A, I think you take the stamina and just have him as a rotation defensive tackle. And he's only a 3rd or 4th round pick. This guy was initially interesting. Jim Cunningham. Run stop, 6'5", 305, 22 out of Missouri. Has everything you want. Pretty okay. And, oh wow, he actually got way worse. Originally, I still had a few things unmarked with him. I didn't realize everything was that. Okay, removing him from the list. Next up, Dry Candy. That's why we review these. Has everything you want. 6'2", 350, 22 pounds. Out of Michigan State, 250 pounds. Dang. Elite strength, poor sell. B, block shedding, B, awareness, A, play rec, A, impact blocking, D, injury. If stamina is a D, okay. If it's an F, ooh. If hit power is a B, too. He's someone you may just have to take a risk on. Teron Golson. Has everything you want. 6'5", 305, 22 out of Georgia. Oregon. Okay. I don't know why I thought Georgia. B block shedding play rec. A stab. He could be a steady guy down there. B injury. C tackle though. F hit power is massive of a loss for someone 305, 6'5". But you know, that's somebody. Now, well, this guy jumped up 104 spots. This Julius Richards. Doesn't seem to be that great though. 6'5", 295, 23. Very mediocre looking on every regard. But yeah, I think that's the last player I had here. Oh no, I still have some more in these in the undrafted free agent section. Lacks discipline, resulting penalties. Okay, kind of good speed. No, I'm going to remove him. Josh Amaro. It's everything you want. 6'2", 315, 23 out of Missouri. Okay, he had good bench press, and then it kind of dropped for some reason. C hit power. Okay, so C's and D's. B injury. B. If he has B impact blocking, I just don't think he's still worth it. Josh Choice. So everything you want. 6'5", 318, 23, Texas A&M. Oh, he seemed to do great at the pro day. B block shedding is interesting. B impact blocking is interesting. D pursuit, D finesse, D tackles, stamina being DF, hit power being an F. Nope. Josh Choice, man. If only he had at least a couple more C's. And then the last one, Mike Baker. I think this was a guy who originally had a bunch of stuff that was unknown about him. Yeah, no. All right, so we'll move there. Moving on from our defensive tackle, we will look at left outside linebacker. Yes, we got one. Yes, we do need to look at depth. So I really don't think I'll take a first-round pick, but there are a couple guys that do interest me here. Obviously, Antonio Hudson. Yeah, okay. You know, Mike Herndon, Kevin Baldwin could potentially be good. A lot of these guys are just so unscouted. I think... no, I accidentally marked these favorites. I have no favorites here just because I'm going to see what's the best at the board when I have an extra pick. These other positions are more important. Now, I'm not even going to talk about Dean Frazier. Second, 2 to 3. And I have one reason why I'm not going to talk about him. Struggles flying the ball in the air. You know, that's one big part of it. Yeah, he's quick. Great bench press. My biggest thing is D pursuit. He looks like he could have a lot of A's or C's, which could be, you know, big, maybe a couple B's. But there's so much unknown about him. I don't know if I like him as much from just the broad perspective of Al Davis. Now, Al Davis has one problem. He has the penalties thing. Oh, he also struggles to find the ball in the air. I did not realize that. He's quick, though. You know, and this is one of those things where rounded to his talent, I'll just see kind of who's there. I think the one I'm really interested in is Floyd Mitchell. He has the same issues the other guys has. Clemson, 21 years old. Kind of has everything other than breast punch. Like top 5 pretty much. Top 10. A hit power, A zone, B man, B awareness. If more of those C's are B's or A's, he could be a steal in the 3rd or 4th round. Clint Fitzsimmons really struggles. Lack discipline, struggles to find the ball. And that seems to be a trend. His A play rec is A hit moves and B power moves. B tackle could be interesting. He has D zone coverage. So it's kind of like, I don't know whether man is going to be B or C. If it's B, he might be worth it. But at this point, I can't find out any more about these players. And a lot of them are kind of just seeing who falls where and who... Because we have so many positions that need an extra guy that, of course, I'm going to take the positions I think need somebody there more than anything. You know, QB, maybe tight end, maybe right guard. You know, yeah, we need depth at left guard, center. You know, we need another left outside linebacker. I could use another middle linebacker. Right outside linebacker, we really don't have a big starter there. And there's a couple people who look interesting to me. But it's kind of like who falls there, who's, you know, who's really there at the end of it. And there seems like there could be talent down the board. Dalton Kirkland seems like he lacks discipline, but everything else is great. 6'1", 222. Oh my God, 226, 22 years old, Ohio State. First, 4.5 speed. I mean, he just looks so good, and he could possibly be a day 3 talent. At right outside linebacker, he could just be someone who could develop. Cornerback is another position I think I could really want to get someone. And why we need a quarterback, Taj Dixon. Slot, 6'3", 183, 21, West Michigan. Sadly, his motor runs through, looks to hit the balls, good, shows good discipline. Didn't participate in the combine or the pro days, which is interesting because A zone, A hit, B press, A man, C. It's like if his tackle is A, if his stamina is B, if he's at the top end of all these stats, and it says he only has decent speed but great accel. Is he at the higher end of that decent speed? Like, is he more along the line of good? Is he just slow? Is he someone I could possibly try to make into something else? I don't know. And he's interesting. There's obviously a lot better options. Reggie Reston, who's a little bit more known. Shows good discipline. 5'11", shows shorter. 188, 22 out of LSU. Man-to-man. Slower. And, but B press, B man, B zone, B catching. There's some interesting things here at CB, but CB is also one that can sometimes have talent down the board, even if it doesn't always show up. So, I've rambled on long enough. Biggest things we need, I think, quarterback. And then other linebacker depth will be helped. But it's time to start the draft. I'm going to pause. We don't pick to round 22 or 29. So we are just going to advance to the next pick, and I'm not going to trade up. They chose Demetrius McGee. Rams choose Larry Page at Washington State. There is the quarterback gone. Patriots choose Tyson Schroeder, right tackle. Broncos choose Ben Randolph, quarterback out of Houston. Bears choose Britton Crompton out of Cal. Jets choose Ben Riley, Aaron Rodgers out of Clemson. Bucks choose Wade York out of Wake Forest. Okay. And Dolphins choose a right tackle, Deontay Arrington at USF. Steelers choose defensive tackle, Carlos Carroll out of Georgia. Chiefs, who finished pretty poorly actually, choose a left tackle to help protect Mahomes out of Georgia, Henry Murray. Vikings choose Justin Hutchins, defensive tackle, USC. Okay, Eagles choose Ty Dixon, quarterback out of Michigan. Yeah, a lot of these first-round talents we were looking at was probably going to go. I have my eye on that quarterback that's third or fourth round. That's a 2 to 3 round talent. I might just snatch him in the second, but I'll see. If he falls to the third, I might. Keyshawn Reed, tight end, Oklahoma State, goes to Washington. Green Bay choose right tackle out of UCF, Marquis Harris to protect Jordan Love. Oh, I just skipped. Oh. I'm sorry, my controller is legitimately not working now. What in the world? Hold on. Okay, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. That was weird. It totally skipped and then wouldn't even let me do anything. That was the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen for a second. All right. So let's go in here. Let's see who we have left. So let's kind of go look at our favorites here. So when we go to look at QB, Caleb Peak is the guy we kind of really want. Jason Howard is still on the board, though. Is he really who we want, though? Slow, elongated passes. Didn't participate in the combine. 9th at speed. Second best. Okay, I'm talking more. A medium. C short, but C throw on the run. D break sack. B awareness. I still honestly think we may just take... I honestly think I want Caleb Peak. And so when we look at maybe what we need the most, like quarterbacks in need, let's see what right guard has. So round to 2 talent. Steve Overeem's who we want in the 3rd or 4th round. I honestly think I'm going to stick with that. Tight end. Mike Shields. Do we really take an offensive weapon before QB? I mean, he's quick. That's his biggest thing. BD, BC, he's just such a risk. Maybe we look at more the defensive side of the ball. Like defensive tackle, maybe. Justice Culver is someone I definitely am interested in. Darius Page, though. His C block shedding does worry me. Man, the indecisiveness here is what's really going to get me. I don't think there's a cornerback worth taking. A middle linebacker 1st round just seems weird, and I think all of them are like round 2 to 3 talent anyways. Do we take a shot on Mike Shields? Just get the tight end, just to get him done. Because I don't think there was a good right guard, right? We could shore up our offensive lines to run the ball. Overeem's who we want, though. Honestly, this is a real tough one. I think I'm gonna just take the chance on. We can maybe try to get Justice Culver as well, but at least to just get Darius Page. Just to get a player. I think he's going to be a round 1 talent. I think I'm going to take Page as our first pick, and hopefully this does not come back to bite me. And he has normal dev. Oh, great. Here we go. 88 strength, 84 jumping, 72 speed, change of direction, agility. Okay, well, that's our first player off the board. I probably should not. I probably should have looked at maybe trading down. Okay, we're going to advance next pick. Cowboys, Malik Landry, and then the Super Bowl winning Titans, Tamon Thompson. So our second round, Brian Singletary. And then start of the second round, I totally just screwed that whole thing up. Wilson, the right tackle, goes. Braden Robinson. After the second round pick, I think I'll just kind of skip ahead to our pick. Jaden Hilton. You know what? Let's just go to our pick. I'm not even going to worry about it. And we're just going to see the damage. We can review players afterwards. Did my quarterback fall to me? Caleb Peak. I think I'm going to take him just to get this out of the way. He is hit in dev. 89 accel, 88 agility, 91 change direction, 80 jump, and 84 speed. Only 64 strength, but 92 throw power. F injury, F stiff arm, F stamina. Uh-oh. He is hit in dev, but did we just take an injury-prone quarterback? We might have. We might have. So we actually had the first pick of the 3rd round. So let's see how the second round plays out. Bills take Ruben Craig. Cowboys choose Carlos Lenny's. Titans choose Jonathan McLeod. So looking at what we need, though. Let's go to our favorite section. Did I think most of the players we want fall? Yeah. Okay. I mean, we definitely need... I think I'm going to take Steven Overeem and just bite the bullet. He is normal to have 87 strength, 73 jumping. That probably was a reach, but we have more picks here. So we're going to go to our next pick. We have our QB. We have a defensive tackle. We have a right guard. Real question is what else do we need here? We could take a middle linebacker. Otis Campbell's still here, which is interesting. He's around 2 to 3. You know, I will take Otis Campbell. He's hit and dab, 86 speed, 89 stealth, 79 agility, 71 change direction, 77 jumping, 78 strength. Okay. Think that will be a pretty good pickup there. We do pick at the 29 here again in round 3. So we will just skip ahead to that pick. And yeah, again, let's go back to our favorites and see what else we have. A lot of day 3s. Lot of day 3s. Let's see what's just on the board. See if there's a great available player that's just kind of, that looks good. I really am not noticing anyone. Lacks discipline. Aggressive ball hawk. Very slow. We don't need a running back. We already have the right guard. Yeah, I think at this point we just try to fill up other positions. We already have right guard. We already have a quarterback. I was looking at punter, but those are all drafted free agents. Alec McLean probably will fall. Day 3. Maybe we'll take a run at all these right outside linebackers. We'll just take Isaiah Hightower, who is hit and dab, 88 stealth, 78 agility, 73 change direction, 70 jumping, 85 speed. You know, I think these 3 right outside linebackers I have saved up are all kind there. Now, we don't have a 4th round pick, so we're just going to advance all the way to round 5, where I hope more of our players that are on our list has fallen. Tough thing is I think I do want another defensive tackle. But so many players, yeah, we're down to the bare bones here. Golson is someone who I think could be good. I mean, let's just take him. Normal dev. 91 strength, 80 a cell. Everything else is pretty poor, though. That could be a rough one. And, yeah, we have a lot of picks. So let's move to round 6. Pick 5. We have a lot of these, like, low-round picks. So round 2 to 3 cornerback is still there. Strong safety. We could use a cornerback, but the question is any of these guys even remotely good? They're also slow is the problem. Some of these guys almost don't even seem like they're cornerbacks. Okay, hold on. Let's go look at the cornerback section and see if there's anybody that kind of stands out. Anton Brackett lacks discipline. He looks quick, though. You know, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. No, he definitely has all the agility and speed. We'll go to the 11th pick here. We have a lot of these late picks. And this is, again, just me mainly looking for depth. So we did not take a tight end, did we? What's this Gary Pierce guy? You know, we'll try to draft Hidden Deb. Oh my god. Really? The servers popped out? Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so the Gary Pierce pick went through. Thankfully, I was able to get right back in not too long after, but man, that scared me for a second. So we got a tight end, got a QB, got a right guard. CB's definitely a toss-up. I think I want to look at middle linebacker, see if there's anybody down the board here that looks even remotely interesting. Maybe not. Left outside linebacker. Collie Garner. He definitely looks interesting. He might just be a really raw, talented player, but I'll try. Yeah, he could be a physical kind of depth chart player. We have so many picks here, I don't think... you know, there's no bad pick here. Yeah, I think... I think I do want to check right outside linebacker. Oh, this guy could actually be in the Bs. We'll try this Terry Campbell guy. No, normal dev. That's kind of a heartbreaker, but that's fine. We have another pickup, though. Like I said, we have a lot of 6th-round picks. So, you know, again, mainly looking for depth. And we can take shots at these guys. Middle linebacker, I think there has to be one I have to give a shot to. Let's try this Charlie Baker. Good physicals, it seems, but only normal dev. That's right. I'm not expecting to find a lot of massive talent. We will skip ahead to our 6th round, 29th pick. Our last of the 6th round. We still have some 7th round picks. And yeah, I honestly have to think that at this point, I want to recheck CB to see if there's just anybody that's kind of just fallen that could potentially be good. I just don't want somebody with 20 plus like speed. You know, I want someone in the actual like 16, 17. That might not be bad. Well, he has good physicals. And that's at least cornerback depth. And gonna go to 7th round, pick 13 here. This is kind of where we just kind of, you know, try to find a steal somewhere. Let's see, is there anyone in defensive tackle that could be a good steal just to add some more depth? Lacks discipline. He looks good though. Hold on, I'm gonna try. Yeah, okay, maybe not that good. All right, with this, I think I have one last pick. I have 2 last picks. I know who I'm drafting, and it's kind of funny. So, Ty Callaway was someone who looked very interesting as a fullback, and I like my fullbacks. So, Hidden Deb, 88 speed, 84 cell, 78 change direction, 72 strength, 72 jumping, 74 agility. He is our fullback. I love fullbacks, guys. Sorry, I needed a fullback. And then I did want to look at the punters. With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock. And I think, because I was really debating about changing out. Rises to a big occasion, 6'1", 12, Washington State. Yeah, I'm going to go Brandon Cassidy. He's normal to have 90 kick power, 78 speed. And it doesn't show accuracy, but you know, that's fine. That is our draft. We will have a recap here. Skip to next user. That's it, obviously. All right, guys. Draft recap time. Did we do good? It doesn't look like it. Page is a 72 overall. Peak, our quarterback's a 73, which is all right. Our right guard's a 74 over Ream. Glad he at least had a pretty high rating. Campbell's a 73, and then it just drops. Hightower's a 68. Golson's a 69, that's right. Brackett's a 69. Pierce is 68. Left outside linebacker Gardner's 66. Again, these are a lot of like 6-round, 7-round guys. I'm not expecting much. Campbell's a 66. Barker's 64. Hey, Huntington's a 67. That's right. Baker's a 60. And fullback is a 69. Here's the question, the punter. How good actually are you? 79 kick accuracy, 90 kick power. He can't be trusted to do anything special, but because our punter is getting so old, as long as we get his accuracy into the 80s, he'll be fine. Here's the real question. How good are these top picks? 69 block shedding. One more in the 70s will make him at least not bad. 88 strength, 79 power moves, 71 finesse, 80 tackles, 76 play rec, 72 speed, 83 cells, 66 awareness, 77 hit power. All right, not that bad for 72. Caleb Peak, this is going to have some big questions here about him. 92 throw power, 76 deep, 79 mid, 84 short, 67 awareness isn't great. 72 play action, 77 under pressure, 81 throw on the run, 83 play. Speed's an 84, cells an 89, agility's 88, change direction's 91. All right, well, could be worse. Could be worse. Now, Overeem, I do want to look at him. I knew he was going to be over normal dev. 87 strength, 76 pass block, 79 pass block power, 81 finesse, 81 pass. Okay, so he's kind of a mixed bag, but he doesn't look like a bad guard. And then Campbell, rookie out of LSU, our hidden dev. 85 tackle, 82 hit power, 86 speed, 89 cell, 2 pursuit, 78 strength. Okay. He could be someone who could be pretty good. 71 block shedding is actually better than I expected. So, yeah, we will see kind of what these guys have in store throughout. A lot of normal dev guys, a lot of guys who are very mediocre. But, yeah, let's see who the best player in the overall draft was. It's probably one of the earlier top 5 picks, but we shall see. Best overall is the left guard, Demetrius McGee, who was first overall, 83. Dixon, who was the 12th pick, 80. Justice Colvier. You know, we had a first-round pick. We really debated between, you know, who should we take, and we totally chose wrong. 79 overall. Schrodinger went there, so Larry Page was 77. Cloud. So, yeah, I did not do great. My biggest mistake, I think, was at was our first pick at the end. Because, you know, when I look at our pick, I went with Page over Colvier. And we took the worst player on paper and probably in dev. So that's a tough one, guys. But, hey, that's the way the draft goes sometimes. But this wraps up this episode, this massive offseason. I'm going to obviously advance a week and get the next season kind of getting ready. But this is the 9th out of 10 episodes. Guys, if this is interest you, if the series interests you at all, let me know down in the comments below. Because next episode will be the final episode of the test period. And we'll decide if it continues going forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, tag out. A special thank you to all my Patreon supporters, Urza. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, wanting to see content early, or just to make me re-record this because I'd have to add another name to the list, check out Patreon and link in the description below.